Hi, Sally Foley-Lewis here, and you would have heard the quote that culture eats strategy for breakfast, and Peter Drucker, management guru, is credited with that quote. And that sings true based on a conversation I just had recently. I was chatting with some shift workers now. They're all incredibly specialised technicians in their field, working for an organisation that is providing a service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the way around the calendar, and the service never stops, which means a lot of shift work. And that also means that a lot of people get telephone calls requesting to come in to fill in for sick leave or people on leave, or just get some overtime sorted out, and making sure that everyone, that the shifts are full. Now, in this conversation, one of them said to me, oh yeah, quite often people, when they get a call for a shift, they, instead of just saying yes or no, their first reply is, well, who else do I have to work with? That just threw me, because who else do I have to work with? What does that tell you about the team and the culture that exists? And really interesting, it just sparked in me a big question around, well, number one, what's driving people to actually say, well, who do I have to work with? And what does that tell you about the culture that's existing inside that organisation? And who sees it? Who's picked up on this? Who's aware of this? Obviously, when we had this conversation, quite a few of those employees were aware of it. But I was curious as to know whether management knew it, whether senior leaders knew it, what's being done about it. You know, you can see I could go down the rabbit hole thinking about this and exploring this further, and I think I will. However, one of the things that I really wanted to share with you, or why I wanted to share this with you, is it seemed like a bit of a throwaway line in the conversation. Oh yeah, you know, people often say, well, who do I have to work with? And it could have just flown by and nothing been done about it. However, inside your organisation, my question to you is, what are the throwaway lines that actually need to be caught and examined? Because they are probably some pretty big clues as to the culture that's existing inside your organisation. They'll be pretty big clues as to what's really going on, how people feel, how people are progressing in their work, where the productivity is at inside your organisation. I think as managers and leaders, we need to step up that level of listening sensitivity to really pick up on the throwaway lines. You know, there's a classic one, or that's not how we do things here, or that's the way we've always done it around here. That's a classic one. You would have heard it a million times before. But what are the actual real throwaway lines that are being said? As the example with what I heard the other day around, well, who else do I have to work with? What are those that are really happening for you? And are you hearing them? And are you actually really hearing them and acting on them as a means to addressing some issues that, if they are left alone, they could fester into something even worse? Just food for thought. I'd love to know what you think. I'd love to know if you've caught any lines that are just throwaway but are actually really important clues for improving performance and productivity. Thanks. Bye for now.